There we go. Welcome back to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. It's been an absolute disaster of a fight weekend. It's supposed to be the big fight weekend. We've gotten 0 good fights. Was the Badu Jack fight all right? What's been the best fight of the weekend so far? I mean, there's been no good fights. Was it the heavyweights? Was it the cruiserweights? Seriously, what was the best fight? What was the best fight? What was the best fight so far this weekend? It was probably Susumi in the opener of the New York City card. And this has been brutal. But guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me all forms of social media: 3D Boxing Blog, all forms of social media. What up, 79? It's been brutal, man. And Tio Barbosa wasn't really even a good fight. Like, that wasn't really a good fight. It was Barbosa got his ass kicked. Tio shined. Tio looked great, but it wasn't really a good fight. Yeah. Bang. I did hit my second parlay. The parlay that I gave you guys today for the Saturday parlay that hit the over on the Badu Jack fight, Canelo money line, and Ricapo money line. That did hit. I made a little money on that. I didn't put too much money on that. I put 1,100 on it. I walked out with about almost 600. So I made about 600 on that. So I am up now $100 for the week, but I got one leg on my parlay. As long as Reese Aleem hits, I hit that as well. So I'll have that parlay in. I'll have 2 parlays. Now I just got to decide if I want to bet on anything else tomorrow. I'm going to throw some money on Eddie Vasquez to win. I'm gonna throw some money on Vasquez. But it should be a good weekend. I'm up a little bit. After Aleem hits, I'll be up 60. I'll be up 1,700 for the week, and then I don't know. So it's been a mixed weekend, but I'll end up well. How'd you guys do today? Did anyone make any money on it? I know a lot of you like Canelo. I thought everything this week was a bad bet, other than the over on the cruiserweights. The over on the cruiserweights, I thought that was going to be a good bet. That was going to hit. I like that. Everything else, I think, kind of sucked. I'm going to get into all of this. You did say that. You did say to load up on Canelo by decision. All right, guys. Let me pay the bills first, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me all forms of social media at the boxing. Follow me at also. Follow me all forms of social media. The Boxing Bookie. I am losing my brain. Follow me at all forms of social media at 3D Boxing Blog. Please like, share, and subscribe. Guys, please smash the like button. Join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's also on that little ticker below. I'm going to pin it right now in the chat. It's pinned in the chat. It's just $5 a month. Gets a lock of the week. We hit 2 locks so far this week. We got 1 more pending. So all in all, we'll go 3 for 4 on our locks this week. I want to get to these. This is going to be good. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Join the Patreon. You get the lock of the week. You get the live betting in the Discord. You get the updated props. You get all the best gambling advice for just $5 a month. Just $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. After you guys do that, head on over to carnivalbar.com. That's carnivalbar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. The Carnival Bar, it's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move. And so it's for you to get your travel autonomy and freedom back. That's carnivalbar.com. It's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. Carnivalbar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. All right. I want to get to these, and then I want to ask my question. Well, I don't want to say but it wasn't good. No, it's been a brutal, for what was supposed to be such a great week for boxing. It's absolutely sucked. And boxing, look, sometimes this is just the way the cookie crumbles. Boxing did some things that hurt itself, I thought, in the New York City card. This card just sucked. This card sucked top to bottom. Nobody cared about William Scull. No one cared about anything in that fight at all. That card was dog water. It was uninteresting, unappealing. There was nothing good about the card. And tomorrow, I think we have a decent card. We got Blanco, who I love. We got Vargas, who people like. I think we got a great fight in Vargas and Espinosa, and Vasquez and Espinosa. I think that's a really good fight. A really, really good fight. So I'm really I'm really into that. I think Eddie Vasquez pulls the upset. We also got Inoue. Inoue is never in a boring fight. Canelo, I don't know. I no longer think is one of the best fighters in the world. I think that's done. We can sit here and hate on Scull, and I look. That is not a worthy performance from Scull. That was ridiculous. That was like when who was it that Regis fought a couple of years ago in Louisiana, in New Orleans? The Puerto Rican fighter. What was his name? Let me look it up. Zorrilla. Daniel Zorrilla. Remember that fight? Prograis and Zorrilla? That was brutal. That was horrible. That was disgusting. And I remember talking to Prograis trainer Bobby Benton after the fight, and he was like, well, kudos to Zorrilla for making it ugly and going the distance and surviving. I said, all right, let me ask you. If you were in Zorrilla's corner, would you have told him to fight like that, or would you have tried to win? And he's like, no, we would try to win a title that night. Scull is never Scull, whatever. It doesn't matter. He's never getting a title shot again. That was it. That was his one opportunity. He's never getting a title shot again. No ranking. The rankings won't want him. The television networks won't want him. He will never get another world title shot ever again. And that's what he did. And one of the judges had it close. One judge had it 115, 113. Look, it is what it is. It was an ugly, disgusting fight. I don't even know what to make of that fight. He at no point tried to win the fight, which is just disheartening to me. Like, try to win the fight, man. Like, Canelo is no longer what he was. Throw some combinations. Stand in, fire, get out. Stand in, fire, get. If you get caught in an exchange, you get caught in an exchange. But at least you're putting yourself in position to win rounds. I mean, but to be fair, Canelo is no longer what Canelo was. Canelo is shot. Canelo is done as one of the best pound for pound fighters in the world. He can still win from fights, and he can still look. He's not done like he's going to get knocked out by everybody, but he's done it as being one of the best fighters in the world. That's gone. He's not getting that back. Canelo that beat Danny Jacobs. Canelo that beat Kovalev tracks this guy down and dismantles him. The one that beat Caleb Plant, etc., etc. He tracks him down and destroys him. He hits him in the body. He hits him in the arm. He just makes him hate his life. And then he gets in there and destroys him. He makes him want to not box ever again and stops him. That Canelo that did that for so long, who will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, which is an all-time great fighter, which is, a top 50 fighter of all time, that we can really start to have a debate where he fits in. That Canelo is done. He's not coming back. That being said, this was just a horrible fight. There's not much else to be said. Yeah. All right. Let me get to these chats. All right, guys, please leave your questions, comments, thoughts, super chats as well. All right. Rolly dropping Garcia was the weekend's highlight. Yeah, that was the best highlight of the weekend. This was supposed to be one of the great weekends in boxing history. It ended up being the worst. The new card will be absolutely great tomorrow, though. That's the best card, and on paper that was supposed to be the worst because it was supposed to be all mismatches. I've always said Vasquez Espinosa is the fight. I think Vasquez can pull this upset. Like I'm betting on Vasquez. I just gotta decide how much I'm throwing on him. I'm throwing my car and house on Crawford if he's the underdog. Yeah. I was going to say, this is the first time. Guys, vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. The poll is live. Vote in the poll. I want to check my poll now because I want to get to my thoughts on Canelo and Wow. Guys, vote in the poll. All right. Well, I'm not going to sway this because I think I've always been Canelo beats Crawford, he's too big for him. Canelo beats Crawford, he's too big for him. Canelo beats Crawford, he's too big for him. I'm a big weight classes matter. There are weight classes for a reason. I no longer think that. I think Crawford beats Canelo. I hate saying it because I think there are weight classes for a reason. I think Crawford's a little past his prime, but Canelo is shot. Like Crawford's what, 37, 38, and Canelo's 34? And Canelo is way more shot than Crawford, who's also shot. Yeah, and Crawford's not shot. That's not fair to Crawford. He just beat Madrimov. That's a good win. He's not as good as he once was. His best days are behind him. Is that fair to say? I don't want to say Crawford's shot. That's not fair. His best days are behind him. You're just like Canelo's best days are behind him. But Canelo's best days are more behind him than Crawford's are. All right, let me get to these. Canelo was, yeah, no, I agree, Muscles. Canelo was not elite tonight. And I think his days of being elite are over. I think they're done with. I don't think I think we've seen the best of Canelo that's long gone, and the days of Canelo being a top pound for pound fighter are gone. FA Rob Line. I want to get into this. I want to get into this. I was texting with Muscles during this fight. I thought FA lost the last 3 rounds. I still had it 6-4 FA, but I could see 5-5. I thought it was a fairly easy fight to score. It was either 5-5 or 6-4. I had it 6-4 FA. You know, and the judges scored it 5-5 twice and 6-4. I thought FA won. FA definitely did the better work, but I thought he gave away the last 3 rounds. It was kind of like an Oscar De La Hoya Felix Turner. You just gave away rounds. And look, and maybe FA, who I thought got a beneficial decision with Guido, maybe his best day. I mean, he kind of just gave away the rounds to end the fight. Sergio Mora just glazed Canelo harder than any fighter I've ever seen. That whole fight, he's such a tool. Yeah, I said this, had 2 mute by the end of the fight. I had to do that with a lot of the zone cards. It's just like I don't think they're very good. The zone crew is pretty bad. They cheerlead, they pick a fighter, and then they root for that guy. This is Gustavo Lamos and Richard Hitchens is a great example. Where if you're listening to the telecast, you think Lamos just won every round of the fight, and then you watch it and he lost wide. Chris Maddox's scorecards are the worst in the world. They have nothing to do with anything that happens on the face of the earth. They're not good. It's no shade or anything at Chris Maddox. He's just not good. Yeah, that's what it is. All right. Serge Canelo was crying like a puss about Scull not fighting, but Canelo feet look slow as you did. No, look, we can blame Scull, and we should blame Scull for the way he fought. We also need to look at. I don't want to blame Canelo because he did the best he could. It's just his best isn't as good as it used to be anymore. Badu Jack Rob the Armenian. I don't think it was his favorite at all. I want that fight sucked to it as I knew it would. That's why I just took the over because I knew we weren't getting out of that fight early. I knew that thing was going the over. How did you guys score that? The Badu Jack fight. How did you guys score that? And the FA fight. How did you guys have that? I was like 70-30 for Benavidez would beat Canelo. After that, I'm on. Yeah. No, real. Benavidez would kill him dead at this point. That's why that fight's not going to happen. I honestly think Canelo will fight Crawford, lose to Crawford, fight one more time, pick up a belt, and that will be it. That'll be it for him. Like I think he's got 2 fights left. I think it's Crawford and one more, and then he's done. He's not that good anymore. I'm not trying to hate on he's not that good anymore. You can't track him down. These fighters are getting paid so much they don't care if they win or lose. Yeah, no, you're right. Like I get it, but like it's a world title. You're a millionaire after this fight, win, lose, or draw. Okay, win, lose, or draw, you're a millionaire. How about we go try to win a world title? How about we go get a world title? It's boring. That's the understatement of the year, King. That is boring to say. That was brutal. Maybe the Royds have caught up to him. The carne asada, right? The Mexican beef. They actually got the punch outs right. They both landed about the same. Canelo could have applied pressure way more than he did. His feet are slow now. He can't cut off the ring like he used to. Very disappointed in his performance. Canelo is going to lose the butt. I think so too. I'm going to check my poll in just a minute. The Cuban refused to engage. You can take very little from that fight. You can. I agree with the first half of that, obviously. I think you can take two things. And I said he was going to survive. If you go watch my video of the fight, I said Canelo was going to survive. You can take very little from that fight. You can take more than that from it. Like, you can take that Canelo is no longer what he was, and Scull will never get a world title fight ever again. He will never get a big money fight ever again. Those are the two takeaways that you can take from that fight. Canelo knocking Bud out is pretty much off the table. He hasn't looked good in years. Done. Yeah. I don't think Canelo engaged near as much as he could have. That's hard to disagree with. How do you like the under 1.5 knockdowns on Espinosa? I do like the under 1.5 knockdowns. The only I do like the under one. I didn't even. I got to go look at the props on that. I like that a lot. You want to get in on that? Get in on it. I like the over though, but you can get either one. The thing is, Vasquez has gotten flash knockdowns early. He's been knocked down a couple of times early with flash knockdowns. I don't think Crawford will engage Canelo either. Be a mirror of the Madrimov fight, in my opinion. Does he win then? Right? Like, because I thought Crawford beat Madrimov, but a lot of people thought he didn't. A lot of people thought he didn't beat Madrimov. So does he win that fight? James Erath, you can't blame that on Scull fully. Not fully. Canelo used to punish guys. Now he's fighting like something is wrong with him. He used to hit guys in the arm, hit him in the body, break him down, hit him in the in the sternum, and break him down. And he couldn't do that against a guy who's not very good. To be fair, who's not at that level. Yes, you can blame Scull, and you should blame Scull, but it's also an indictment on Canelo. It really is a major indictment on Canelo. Canelo is no longer him. The Zone has the worst commentary easily. That is the understatement of the year. Yes, it's brutal. It's no good. They spend all this money. They charge you $30 a month and then pay-per-views. So you're spending, $350 a year for the Zone and another $100 or $200 on the Zone pay-per-views. You're giving the Zone $500-$600 a year. Easy. And that's the commentary they give you. They are spitting in your face and insulting you. Most weekends are full of surprises in boxing. This one was for sure. James says, man, are you guys critical? It's boxing. Shitting on these fighters for bloodlust. It's boxing, not a fight. Bumnello can't cut off the ring. He's a reckless fraud. He's not a fraud. He's just aged out. His best days are behind him. Did you just say boxing isn't a fight? Yeah, in some ways, don't make sandwiches. There you go. There you go. He's not that good anymore. He's not as good as he once was. Canelo is no longer an elite pound-for-pound fighter. Did you just see him against William Scull? Bro, we watching the same fight? Canelo struggled with Munguia. who struggled, who got knocked out by Sriracha and almost lost to him again. Come on. Thank you for the super chat, Kelly Thompson. Appreciate you, appreciate you, Kelly. Do you still think Vasquez beats Espinosa? That's my last since Rolly upset all my parlays. I do. I think Vasquez beats Espinosa. You know, this is not a lock. It's not a guarantee. You're safe for taking the over. I love the over and I love the fight to go the distance. But I absolutely think Vasquez beats Espinosa. I do. I'm not saying it's a lock. It's not guaranteed. Vasquez at plus 1,000. You know, Vasquez by decision at plus 1,000 to me is a great bet. I can't guarantee he's good. It's a very, very good fight. It's a very, very close fight. If you're asking me who I think wins, I think Eddie Vasquez wins the fight. I can criticize all I want when they both refuse to pressure. Canelo is not elite. He's no longer elite. Real's not wrong. I'm not going to feel sorry for him that people are upset he couldn't dominate a C-minus level fighter. He like Father Time catches up with everyone. Father Time has caught up with Canelo. James got to be a Canelo burner. Now, there are Canelo fans out there, man. Canelo sells millions of pay-per-views. He's made hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, obviously, there are people who like Canelo. I don't think Munguia beats Sriracha. Half of his punches were below the belt and blocked. They gave him so many punches landed that weren't even close. Yeah, that fight was sucked. That fight sucked for sure. It was probably the best fight of the night, but it sucked. The way these fights have gone, the over is a lock. Yeah, and I've been high on the over. I've been telling everyone to bet the over, bet the over, bet the over. Not betting KOs anymore unless it's Inoue. I've been high on the over. All right. Let me look at let me check my poll. You guys, 21 votes in. Guys, vote in the poll, vote in the poll, vote in the poll. 71% of you think Bud's going to win. 29% of you, 68-32. It's got a little closer. Bud's winning. But guys, make sure to vote in the poll. Fight was horrible. Just terrible. I knew Jaime decision was a lock, but it died with FA. Wah, wah. Need Cardenas to go the distance to win $250 off a $5 bet. I don't think we're going the distance. I love Cardenas. That's my boy. I can't see that going the distance. Vasquez is rugged as hell. If there's anything you don't have to question, it's Vasquez's ruggedness. I think it's going the distance for sure. Oh, wow. Aline got a little better. I locked him at minus 1,600. So that's the final leg on. If you guys are in the Patreon, if you're in the Discord, let's get into that real quick. Let me just pull my lock up. All right, so my lock of the week. That I gave you was Polanco money line. That's not the one. What was the one I gave you? It was yesterday. Hang on. All right, it was. I gave this yesterday at 3:16 p.m. Haney to win under 1.5 knockdowns. Lopez to be knocked down. No. And a lean money line. That was a 3-leg parlay. It was minus 164. I hit today's parlay as well. So we're off to something good. We've got something good going. All right, let me get to some of these. I'm in it for the sport. So quick to argue and hate. That's a female trait. I agree. I don't think that's what we're doing. This has been a reoccurring theme with Canelo. He has not looked good in a very long time. He honestly hasn't looked good since the Caleb Plant fight. Give me a fight, James. I'm not here to argue and hate. I don't hate Canelo at all. He says these men deserve credit. They risk it all. Boxing fans are the worst fans. Give me the fight that Canelo's looked good in since the Caleb Plant fight. How do you feel about the Muay Thai fight this weekend coming up? We're gonna get to the. Give me a minute, King Ty. I want to get to. We're gonna get to that in just a second. I think James ran back to his IBFP live stream when they all suck on Canelo together. The live streams are atrocious. I've been trying to tell everyone that under 1.5 knockdowns hit almost 100% of the time. They have been hitting a lot. They have been. They've been hitting a lot. Muscles. We're gonna make this part of our new strategy. James Earth screaming that boxing isn't a fight and boxing bloodlusting is a female straight, you goof. All right. Polanco KO, like it. Inoue KO, like it. Vasquez distance. Sunday, I like that, Jeff. I got to tell you, I like that a lot. I like that as a prop a lot. I like that as a parlay a lot. That 3-leg right there, I like that, Jeff. What are your total odds on that? Because I do like that. Writing for a man you don't know is a more of a female tendency. Women don't eat. I wish everyone had a chick that is as loyal to them as Canelo fans are loyal to him. Canelo fans are a special breed of loyal. You need to get a chick who's as loyal to you as Canelo fans are to Canelo. Yeah, it did me too. When you go watch it, I think he gets the knockdown. He's slow and plodding. Barrios is sloppy. He doesn't put his punches together as well Barrios doesn't put his punches together as well as Polanco does. He's not as quick as Polanco. Polanco can stand in front of you and nail you. He's so accurate and so precise, and he's so quick with it. Barrios is a little more deliberate. He needs to set himself a little more. I think Polanco gets him out. I think it's later in the fight, but I do think Polanco gets him out. Gary, the guy that was hitting on you yesterday, isn't the live stream today. The gay guy, the guy that said he was openly, he was closeted gay or something. He said he was in the closet gay or something. I don't know, man. I don't do the gay stuff. That's not for me. Once you get the AIDS, it's all over with. All right, let's look at tomorrow real quick. Aleem, I like that. Polanco, I like that. Let me get this pulled up for you guys. Guys, vote in the poll if you have not. Vote in the poll if you have not already. I want to pull this up real quick. I do like Polanco by stoppage. Vasquez is at plus 650. It's getting even better. I like the over. I like the over. Eddie Vasquez has a habit of fighting to his level of opposition. All right. And then All right, give me one more. Let me go over all of this for you guys in a second. All right. So we got a lot I want to talk about tomorrow. Let's just start from the top. Bets that I like. You see my parlay there. All right, here's a bunch of bets I like. Reyes Alim, minus 1,400. Lock it up. Rohan Polanco, minus 2,000. Lock it up. Rohan Polanco, money line, minus 320. Lock it up. Edward Vasquez, plus 650. I like this a lot. This, to me, is really good value. Wait, but there's one bet I like more. Hang on. This is being really slow today. Vasquez by decision at plus 1,000. I'm taking this. Vasquez money line over 10.5 on the fight. I love this as a bet. Total knockdowns. I do like this as a prop. Espinosa versus Vasquez. I like that. Espinosa versus Vasquez as a draw. I'm going to throw some money on this too. I think this is a very close fight. It's a very close fight. As Chilltown Boxing showed you guys today, you can make money on the draw. If it's a very close fight, throw something on a draw. This is plus 2,200. Throw $10 on it. You're going to make $220 on a $10 bet if it is a draw, and it's a possibility. Fight to go the distance. I like either way. Cardenas, no, it does not go the distance. Either fighter to be knocked down, minus 1,400. I would definitely take that. Vasquez by decision at plus 1,000. These are the bets I like for tomorrow. There's 10 bets. I'm going to come up with a parlay for you guys in just a second. Edward Vasquez money line, Vasquez by decision. I took Vasquez money line, Vasquez by decision, a draw, and heads Espinosa by decision to make back the money in case Vasquez can't make it happen. Yeah, no, I think this is well played, 79. I think that's well played. I do. James Arath, you're betting with your heart on Vasquez. Espinosa is a effing nightmare matchup. Be careful. Okay? All right. I'm not betting with my heart. I'm just as close as with Ramon Cardenas, as I am with Eddie Vasquez. I'm probably closer with Ramon Cardenas. Vasquez just lives near me, closer to me. He lives in Fort Worth. I'm not telling you Ramon Cardenas is going to win. I'm not betting with my heart. I've had lots of friends, Omar War, lots of guys I'm very close with, and I don't tell you that they're going to win. I think Eddie Vasquez is going to win because he's going to win. I'm confident in saying that at plus 1,000, Eddie Vasquez, at plus 1,000, Eddie Vasquez is a good pick. Like I said, over and over and over again. And I did a poll on this. I said if Raymond Ford fought Espinosa, Ford would be the favorite. I did a poll. It was exactly 50-50. Right? So you guys are saying Ford versus Espinosa would be 50-50. Eddie Vasquez dog-walked Raymond Ford, beat him 8 out of 10 rounds. In one of the worst decisions in the world, Raymond Ford got a split decision. And then Eddie Vasquez then beat Joe Cordina. If Eddie Vasquez had those 2 wins, the 2 wins that he deserved, the 2 wins that he earned in the ring, over Cordina and over Raymond Ford, how much different would he be viewed right now? He won both those fights. He clearly beat Ford. Who are you, Romeo? Who are you? If Espinosa gets on the inside, he'll beat. If Vasquez gets on the inside, he'll beat Espinosa convincingly. I agree, real. That's not what you want to fight Eddie Vasquez. Espinosa will break Vasquez's neck. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out in less than 24 hours. And I'll be live tomorrow. Ryan and Canelo need to up their Austrian and tainted meat intake before those performances. Well said, real. Well said. They need to take more tainted beef. James, you've had some really bad takes and bold claims today, big dog. We will see. Let's see what comes to fruition. See you hacks tomorrow. Good night, James. Have a good night, James. James was fired up today. All right, that's all right. Let me check my poll again. Let me check my poll again. 71. Okay, this is guys. Keep voting in the poll. It's 70-30. It's been around 70-30 the whole time. I think Bud's gonna win too. I foresee Bud winning that fight. All right. Come up with something here. You guys want a little lock? You guys want a little parlay? Here you go. All right, I'm working on something for you guys. Hang on. All right. It was real. Can you guys hear me okay? Do I sound okay? Some internet issues here. Maybe it's just DraftKings. I don't know. Try to calculate this parlay here. All right, here it is. All right, here's a little three-leg parlay for you guys that I like. I'm having some serious issues today. I'm gonna wrap this up. Here's the three-leg parlay. Polanco money line, a lean money line, under 1.5 knockdowns on Espinosa and Vasquez. How you guys like that? Is that a parlay you guys like? I think it's pretty good. That's what I'm going with. Espinosa only had 13 average to fight. Vasquez definitely could get the job done. Vasquez has a real chance. Only one flawed eye. James Arath has gonna have nightmares tonight about boxing being violent. Show him Gaddy versus Wood. The other thing Vasquez is really good at slipping punches. He's got this reputation as just being a plotting Mexican. He's not. He's athletic. He has good head movement. What was the fight? Brian DeGracia. When he fought DeGracia, he's dropping his hand. Making a miss. He can slip in and get past the jab. He got past Raymond Ford's jab, no problem. The body, if we're going to go on the inside, he's going to lose, right? So you were breaking up for a second. Am I back? Am I good? Guys, just had Vasquez with Espinosa by decision. Agreed. I think that's a good tip from 79. Ford is way shorter than Espinosa. What if Espinosa stops him? I don't see that. I don't see Espinosa stopping. Vasquez has no footwork, though. He comes in and straight. I don't agree with that at all. I don't like. I've done tape on it. I don't agree with this at all. Yeah, Vasquez had chin at ground. I don't think he stops him. I don't think I think we're going the distance. The body shots are body shots. What if Vasquez hits him with a body shot? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go live tomorrow. I'm going to give you guys better content, a more in-depth breakdown of everything tomorrow, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys for coming by. I'm going to go try to go live tomorrow. What time does it start tomorrow? All right. All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. Again, here's the play for Sunday. Blanco line under 1.5 knockdown to Espinosa Vasquez. That's your lock of the week. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. It is May 4th, 2025. From Texas to thank y'all and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.